What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's been a while. I had some technical issues with my mic. That's why I hadn't posted. But we're back. We've got a busy, long weekend of sales. So let's go through these. I'll show you what sold. So the first item was a pair of hot weather military boots. These things sold for $34.99 plus shipping. This pair right here, I won't take them down, but you get the idea. These combat boots. Next item is an Onkyo quartz synthesized FM stereo tuner. This guy here sold for $24.99 plus ship. I'm not sure what we had into these boots, and I'm not sure what we had into this tuner. I think this was probably part of a bulk buy, if I had to guess. Next item is a pair of X-Ray jeans belted cargo shorts. These are new with tags. Sold for $18.99. Now we have a bunch of manuals that sold from this big manual lot I did. So, in fact, I don't know if I took you along for the second manual lot that I did. I know I showed you the first lot, but I actually picked up a lot of maybe 60 more manuals or so. I've got roughly about 125 bucks into them. We're not quite into the profit yet, but we're getting close. First one that sold was for this 2005 to 2009 Pontiac G6, and this sold for $19.99 plus ship. Next one is for a Chevrolet and GMC full-size van, 1968 to 1996. That sold for $9.99 plus ship. Next one is a Toyota Tacoma 4Runner T100 manual. Sold for $9.99 plus ship. And it's for a Ford van, 1992 to 2010. That sold for $9.99 plus ship. And then the last manual going out is for Dodge Caravan, Chrysler Voyager, Town and Country. And this sold for $6.99 plus ship. What you got to watch out for with some of these manuals, if you buy lots of them like I do, and if the vehicles are too old, they tend to be really slow sellers because there aren't that many people driving them when you get a 30-year-old vehicle, for example. So, and that's the case with some of the manuals in this lot behind me here. Some of these are old. They're going to be long lead time items. I went through them all. If I saw a lot of sold comps on them, I purchased them and listed them anyway. It didn't matter. I probably pitched, I would say, maybe 20 manuals that I just thought had no chance of selling. eBay was saturated with them, and there weren't a lot of sold comps, so I just pitched them. All right, let's put the manuals aside. Next item that sold is this antique glass. This is a vintage Pompeian massage cream glass jar. Sold for $9.99. That was part of a bulk buy that I did. Next, if you're a Red Sox fan or a Yankees fan, because I think he played for both teams, we have a Johnny Damon number 18 Boston Red Sox autographed baseball, and it includes a sample of the clay from the field. And this sold for $34.99 plus ship. We did not have a COA with this, and we disclosed that. So, really cool piece. I believe, when did the Sox win the series with him? I want to say it was 2004, and you can see the clay from the field there. Next item going out, and this is something I was actually going to delist and just get rid of it because it wasn't selling, and we marked it down to a point where it just wasn't worth keeping and trying to get rid of. So I said, you know what, let me raise the price on it and promote it and see what happens, and sure enough, it sold. So this is a Penguin clock that sold for $9.99 plus ship. Okay, next item is from our license plate lot. This is an antique 1920 license plate from the state of New Hampshire. Sold for $34.99. Really cool piece. Got some damage up top, but that really didn't impact it. Okay, next item is a Nutcracker. This is the San Francisco Music Box Company. Nutcracker, $19.99 is what it sold for, and it's from the year 1999. So it's this guy right here. I'm glad I'm not going to be the one packing this because it's got a lot of delicate moving parts on it here, but there you go. All right, let me put this aside without dropping it. Next item, I got to step off camera and grab this. This is a vintage Meritoy tin lithograph dollhouse. We paid 10 bucks for this thing. We've had it probably, I don't know if we bought that last season or the season before. Wasn't a great pickup. We did end up selling it for 40 bucks. Let me grab that. So this is it here. I'm glad it's going to a good home. I never heard of that brand Meritoy before. When I first saw it, I thought it was maybe Wyandotte, because we buy quite a bit of tin lithograph Wyandotte pieces. But it actually has windows in it. They're made of plastic. A couple of them are missing. A lot of intricate details on the inside. Really a neat piece. So hopefully that's going to a good home. Next piece is a Sears Automotive timing light, which sold for $19.99 plus shipping. Bought this a month or two ago. Haven't had it very long. Actually, when did we list this? We listed it January 8th, so we haven't had it long at all. This was part of a bulk buy that we did. And I think that is everything going out today. Let me show you a couple pickups that we've had recently that I haven't had a chance to take you along on. Remember probably a month and a half ago, I bought some wheels from a guy. Old like 60s and 70s type muscle car wheels. I went back to see that same guy again because I knew he had more stuff. So I bought a ton of fire alarm equipment from him. Let me give you an example. There were probably, I'm guessing 15, 20 pieces like this. So this is one of these old, let's see, how did this work? It says in case of fire, break glass, open door, and pull hook down. So you take this little hammer, you break the glass that used to be in here, open this door, and then pull this hammer down. We have this piece here listed for 50 bucks. I want to say it's got 4 watchers on it, so that's definitely going to sell. I paid $150 for all of these fire stations, and I think we've sold a single piece for more than that. So this was a good purchase. So the next lot of stuff I bought from the same guy is something I have never picked before. I've never bought before in all of our 4 or 5 years of picking, and I bought a ton of hood ornaments from this guy. He was a car nut, kind of like I am, and he had a lot of these old hood ornaments. This is from a 1933 Oldsmobile. I think they call it the Flying Bird. We have this listed for 150 bucks. I want to say it has 2 or 3 watchers on it. This is a very desirable hood ornament. I think there's only one other piece listed, and that one is almost double the price of ours. So this is one example. Let me show you another one. Let's see. I'm trying to find a good one here. That's not one. Let's see. This is kind of a neat piece, and if it was complete, it would be big bucks. This is off, I want to say, a 1955 Packard. There would be wings right here that would complete this cormorant. So really neat piece. I want to say we have this listed for 125 bucks. And all in on these ornaments, I'm into them for about 250 bucks. When it's all said and done, I can't remember. I did the math when we bought them. We'll be in the profit probably 300 or 400 bucks when it's all said and done. So the other thing we bought from the same guy, he had a bunch of old headlight lenses. And I'm talking 1920s, teens, 30s, like this here. Some are domed, most of them are flat. I was kind of surprised. I paid $40 for the entire lot. And they're not as desirable as I thought they would be. But I guess the production numbers on those vehicles back then were so high that there's still a million of these things around. Now, I don't know if I showed you these hubcaps a couple of weeks ago, but I bought a set of 4 of these. I paid $15 for all of them. We have them listed in the $20 to $25 range, something like that. I actually just purchased another lot of hubcaps this morning for, what did I pay for those? I think it was 150 bucks, but there's a set of 4 within the lot I purchased today that should sell for somewhere in the range of, I'm guessing, 350 to 500. So another decent buy. Whenever you see these old dog dish hubcaps, if they're in really nice shape, you really can't go wrong if you can get them cheap enough. So anyway, I think that's about it that we picked up recently. If I'm forgetting something, I'll show you in a future video. But thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one.